Hello all, and welcome to One on One with Ryan. I'm your humble host, and today, I'm a good buddy of mine. I've known you for quite a while. Yeah. His name, quite unique, but you may have one in your own town, or maybe in your own house, or maybe right behind you. How you doing, Bum?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I was asking the audience.
Well, they can't exactly reply.
That's the point.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing pretty good. So, for one, we're recording this before we do our weekly podcast.
So we might be drained after that.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't kill us, hopefully. I'm going to need food after this.
Yeah.
Thank God we're recording at like 7
yep.
for that. Yeah. Anyways, let's get down to business.
Oh boy.
How have you been? What's up? What's going on with you?
The
past month or so.
For the past month or so, oof. Well, I've been trying to fix my sleeping schedule like most humans.
Have you been taking hard drugs yet?
No.
Drink.
I
Hard liquor.
No, and no.
Damn.
You see, I said this in the previous podcast where a group of my friends got into all the old games while we were in high school.
Yeah.
And yeah, one guy who started the Minecraft server, he's going a little crazy with admin powers. So we're kind of trying to stay away from the server now because, owner with admin powers on a server is not fun, and well, it can be fun, but when they abuse it to the point. And we even said, look, why don't you just give everyone admin powers? And his reasoning was, well, I use admin powers to prevent people from using admin powers. It's like, one of those things. It's just like, I'm holding on to the power so that no one else can use it, and we all said, except when you use it and completely destroy our plans for your entertainment. So yeah, because of that, I've been losing sleep because it's just fucking Minecraft.
Minecraft causing deep personal problems.
But yeah, other than that, I got a friend into StarCraft 2 because it's free.
It is free.
And holy shit, I'm going to be honest. When we first played, I said, okay, it's going to be 1v1. I'm going to play as a random race. You play as whatever. And I'm going to make it so that all my units have 50% health. But I am going to go full ham on you. First round, I was being an asshole. I was pretty much toying with him.
Yeah.
And
who were you?
I played as a Zerg. He played as a Terran. But he didn't know anything about the game except for a few basics.
Yeah.
So I completely destroyed him, okay. And I said, okay, we're going to play 2v2. We're on the same team. And I'm going to tell you what build to build. And we did that. Like, okay, you made a decentable, thing. Now we're going to do 1v1 again. And I got Protoss, he got Terran. And I fucking suck at Protoss, but still, this time I went serious. He hold back a few times, but I'm like, okay, let's see what you did wrong. You didn't, point out all the mistakes.
Yeah.
2v2 again, then 1v1. And holy shit, I went full ham with a Zerg. And he kept on pushing me back. I was like,
dang.
Holy fuck, how much did you improve?
That's pretty good in a short span of time.
Yeah, and after that, we just started talking, and I found out that he doesn't use hotkeys. So I was pointing out that he didn't have enough workers to gain enough resources fast enough. Because you need a shit ton of resources to make buildings and units, but he didn't have enough resources for a while. So I was thinking, okay, well, let's see a replay of what happened, and I saw that he wasn't making units enough. I'm like, okay, that's weird. And he wasn't making, he was just idle for a few more moments of time. And I found out, oh shit, you don't use hotkeys.
That'll save a lot.
And I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit afraid of playing against him again.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Do another Zerg rush. See how that goes.
But I don't know any builds, I'm going to be honest. I only know one build, and it's for Terran. But yeah, there's that. Work has been interesting. So if you don't know, as an IT, I have found out that every time you get a call, the reason why people say, hold on a moment, is because one, they don't know what they're doing, so they're asking someone else. Two, grabbing someone who can probably help you. Or three, they're making a log or an incident report of the call.
Yeah.
And once you get the call and have the problem solved, you say, close incident. But there are some times when you can't close an incident and you keep them open and, go on to the next problem, which is the next call. My quote-unquote supervisor said, you want to have it lower than 10. I'm almost at 30.
Oh. Ooh.
Ooh. And some of them are a few weeks old.
Oh no.
I'm like, and I won't be in the office until Tuesday. So I'm like,
Guess you know what you're doing Tuesday.
I'm getting my butt into gear and start closing those shit.
Yeah, close these. Yeah, close these deals.
And if I told my supervisor, he would be like, "Bum, what the fuck?
How?
How? There was only 3 calls today. How did you open 10?"
There were a lot of problems. They just kept coming.
Yeah.
You gotta get out of here.
So yeah, that was my whole shebang for this month, where it's just, the world burning around me at work.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
And I can't do anything because I'm still a trainee. And when I go home, I just fucking kill myself by playing Minecraft, StarCraft, Killing Floor.
Killing Floor, Craft.
Killing Floor, Craft, Payday 2.
Craft.
And Minecraft,
eating,
Craft, StarCraft.
Eating craft dinner. Drinking craft beer. I love the craft life.
I fucking hate you, Ryan.
I also hate me a lot. Let's move on.
Yes, please. Yes.
You've told this story many times.
Have I?
Yes. But to the audience that doesn't know, how did we meet?
How did we meet? Well...
It's a simple tale.
It's a simple tale where... Oh man, it was such an awkward thing where we were in grade 10 high school.
Yeah.
And we were playing this game called, what was it? Hostage Storyteller.
Yeah.
Basically, one guy is a quote robbing a bank, and he has all the hostages in a line, and he points a gun to a hostage, and they have to randomly tell a story. And if the guy points a gun at another guy, then they have to continue on the story. And if the guy did not like him, he would bang bang, shoot the guy, and kill, and they'll be dead and out of the game. Us two, being the awkward fucks that we are, we just kind of did not go so well, and we got eliminated from our first gunpoint.
Yeah.
And we were just standing right next to each other, not saying anything, and we saw one person get shot or get out of the game, and Ryan here, this fucker, just instantly goes, "Oof!" And that triggered something in my brain where I just
a sleeper agent.
fucking turned to you 90 degrees, just my neck, just my face, and I just said, "Did you just make a fucking Minecraft death noise?"
Like, yeah. Oof.
And you just gave me a smile where you just said, "You know I did." And from then on, we had this... What contract?
We had some sort of contract. I forget. It was a blood contract.
It was a blank contract that somehow we just wrote random scribbles everywhere, and we're too deep to even get out now.
Yeah.
Even if both parties agree.
Yeah, no, we're bound to for life at this point.
And what they say,
we don't wanna
know someone for 7 years, and
you're stuck with them for life.
Yeah, we're getting there. I think few months.
Yeah, in a few months we're there. 7 years.
Then of course you got me into improv.
Yeah.
Even though we were terrible at drama.
Yeah, we were pretty bad initially.
Yeah.
I got good marks though. That was weird. But yeah, we did pretty good at improv though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was acceptable.
Yeah. As much as the judges didn't really see it. They didn't see the genius of our school's improv. We never made it back to finals.
But we got higher than the average. What we usually do in an average year.
Yeah.
So that was good. And after that, the improv team got a kickstart from that. Or that wasn't really the kickstart moment, but it ignited a flame.
Yeah.
It was just an ember, but now it's
Ignite the first flame.
Yeah.
We are the chosen undead.
Yeah. And also we got closer together because you had a car but no food. I had some money but no car. So we had a deal where I buy this fucker food.
I drive you anywhere.
And you drive me anywhere. I think we kind of...
It was a pretty good deal.
Are we still having that deal, or...
Well, not that I have money.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And I still don't have a car. Or know how to drive.
It's fine.
I have a driver's license, but I don't drive.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that sums up the thing, and I guess us two, being the fucking idiots, we said, hey, we have like an hour every day at school. Why don't we start recording a podcast for funsies?
Yeah.
And yeah.
It didn't last long.
Oh, we did it almost every day.
We did,
But we never posted any of that shit because I recorded shit and never sent the files to you.
Yeah. I didn't have software to really edit it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were ambitious back then, but lacked the means of production. But now, we have the means.
Meaning
and
you.
The memes.
Let me just throw this pill at you.
No, that pill has sequence. Those will hurt.
Exactly.
Please.
Okay, fine. I'm against violence, for the most part, unless it's digital.
So.
Segue.
Segways. What do you think of segways?
I almost got in trouble at a band trip because there was a mall cop riding a Segway, and me being an adolescent boy who has no self-control, I yelled, what was it? What's the character's name in the mall cop?
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
I blurred that name. He just fucking stopped and just came towards me.
Oh,
that was one of the most intimidating days. And we were like, oh fuck, and just looking down, and everyone sitting around me is like, thanks a lot, bum. We're going to get kicked out. No, he just said, yeah, that wasn't very nice. And just kind of talked with us and like, oh, I'm very sorry. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, it was a
teenagers don't know how to do things. So.
Yeah, teenagers.
Yeah.
And
fuck them.
Yeah, and this was the Edmonton trip too, so.
Yeah.
And we were going to be there for another 2 hours. Like, oh, I got kicked out.
Yeah. I never went on those trips because I wasn't a band nerd or a choir nerd.
Yeah. And you've told stories of how depressing the school was.
Oh, yeah. Those weeks sucked.
All the interesting
people were fucking gone.
Yeah.
I was stuck with the fucking freaks. Like, fuck? I may as well not even come to school.
The freaks and the potheads.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, stick with school.
School.
What are you studying at SAS Poly?
At SAS Poly, I am studying computer engineering technology, and basically learning the basics of computers and softwares and blah de da de da. How Dell Intel cores work, except not Dell.
It's dull.
It's dull. So yeah, we just learn basic software, and we go heavy into robotics during third semester, fourth semester, and fifth semester. We create random stuff, and my head prof at the moment always said, yeah, every year there's at least one guy who creates a 3D printer.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So yeah, how to explain CET? Yeah, only weirdos go there.
That's what I've kind of gotten from the tales you've told about CT. That you're all just a bunch of fucking whack weirdos.
Yeah, I got to be honest. When I'm with after going there and coming back, I had to hold back a little bit because holy shit, the language I used there was so bad.
So what exactly drew you to CT against like computer science or
God, to be honest, absolutely fucking nothing. It was during those time when my brother-in-law said, "Hey, I'm thinking about going into being an electrical engineer, electrician, at the Moose Jaw thing. Do you want to come with me, or do you want to join the class with me?" I said, "Yeah, sure." But apparently we found out that since it's so popular that we actually had to wait a year and a half to get a spot.
Yeah, I was in the same boat when I initially applied for electrical the certificate program there, and I just didn't bother.
Yeah, so I said, well, fuck this, and he went to a different thing, I went to a different thing, and I just said, hey, computers, I like that shit. That, and the main reason why was to get away from my parents.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I've heard many a tale.
Many a tale.
Of dear mother.
Yep.
Mostly mother.
Dear mother.
But we're not going to go into that.
I can.
I mean, yeah.
By time.
Yeah, time. That's like a whole other fucking one-on-one. It's just, hey, Mom, how's Mom?
So yeah, that's the reason why I went into CET. Not because of the education, not because it is a job that if you it is a thing where you will guarantee a job somewhere you go. Not because of that shit. It was just get away from Mom.
And that's probably spurred quite a few famous people's careers, is to get away from their families and go to school for wherever the fuck. Great minds.
Great minds.
Might be one of them.
No.
You know why you're not one of them, Bum?
Why?
Because you're weeb trash.
I am a weeb trash, but apparently I'm not a regular weeb.
Oh yeah. So
I'm a special breed of weebs.
You're the chosen ones.
No.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
So. Yeah. Who or what drew you into both anime and manga? Because as I've known you, and especially recently, you've been much more into manga than anime.
Well, oh fuck.
Mostly because anime is kind of trash right now.
It is fucking trash.
There's like barely anything good out there.
Yeah, there's few things I'm interested, but I'm like, I don't want to get invested in it right now. I don't want to be that thing where I watch it every week. Oh, not that shit. But I have to give it to my two older sisters who were weeb shit before me.
Prime weeb.
Prime weeb. And, they were watching some weird ass shit, and my brother and I, being little kids who get starry eyed at new different things, especially what our siblings are doing, we decided, hey, what the fuck is this shit? And they're like, I guess you can watch with us, even though it's like bloody and shit. We're like,
fine.
Cool! And we just kind of started watching with them, and yeah, and
fun for the whole family.
Fun for the whole family. And the thing is, how I became a game freak is also because of my two sisters, because they fucking installed a Doom emulator on a fucking computer somehow. And they were not first-person shooter people. No, they're like those slow art, like MMO players.
Yeah, you've told me about that. Do they play Black Desert Online by any chance?
No.
Okay, that's good.
They played other Korean MMOs before, but that's not
Black Desert. Yeah.
Not Black Desert was too new.
Yeah.
But
also,
yeah.
it's kind of bad.
Yeah. But yeah. After that, I just said, hey, this shit is pretty cool. And since I was in a country right beside Japan during that time, I'm like, this is pretty cool. And I just kind of started watching more, and I just kind of developed my own taste as I got older. And after a while, I said, all the anime I've been watching was shit. And I'm at this point where I say, anime is shit, but you have to enjoy them anyways.
Yeah.
I'm slowly getting to that point.
What would you say is like the genre that you like gravitate most towards?
I really enjoy. Oh fuck! I really enjoy comedy shit where you can just watch and just laugh. Something like Angel Beats, I believe. Yeah, Angel Beats was a mixture of comedy and kind of give you the feels. And Angel Beats somehow balanced the two a lot. But I'm also kind of into like the slice of life where it's not too serious, it's not too whatever. It's just kind of like life.
Yeah.
But there are those moments where I'm like, I need where I just want something that is not the regular high school bullshit.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my one friend who's in Ontario at the moment, he's just asking me like, I'm bored, give me an anime suggestion. And that just made me have like a flashback of watching all these animes that is actually worth mentioning. Such as one of them I recently recommended was this thing called Honey and Clover. Really old slice of life about art college students. And I think that's the first anime that actually quote unquote featured a lolly, and they did it very well where this is going to be a spoiler for like a 10-15-year-old anime where she had dwarfism.
Okay, that makes sense.
So even though she was in college, she had dwarfism and she had she had heart problems every once in a while. And I'm like, shit.
Gives actual reasoning to why these, because there's been many a case of like, oh, there's this like tiny this little girl, but she's like 45 and their mother is like,
yeah,
come the fuck on.
Yeah.
It's like, why is she like that? There's no reason. She's just like that. It's like,
she's just like that. But this one, I just remember this like a week ago. I'm like, oh fuck. And I watched this when I was like before puberty. So there was a lot of like adult undertones here and there.
Subtext
And shit like that. And I didn't understand it until I just had a little flashback a week ago. I'm like, fuck. And it was like a comedy thing, but after a while you start, learning shit about the characters, and they have major character growth and whatnot. Then again, this might be just nostalgia kicking in.
Yeah, maybe. It's up to interpretation.
Yeah. And there's shit like fucking Darker Than Black, where it's just...
I've never actually watched that.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't watch it, even though it's made by Studio Bones.
It's one of those that people skipped.
It's one of those people that skipped. I mean, it's the same
I've
thing.
never really heard like bad things about it. It's just like
Season 2 is god awful because Studio Bones have a thing where the first season they make it and they just release it out into the wild. Then they say, hey, anyone else wants to work on this? Then give it to a different studio.
Yeah.
Like Erica 7, oh god.
Oh fuck. Jesus.
Like Erica 7, fucking great.
It's amazing. It's an amazing show.
The sequel, I tried to watch it.
It's so bad.
I almost puked.
It's really bad. It's really bad.
And this same thing is kind of with the sequel to Darker Than Black, where I saw this is why I saw in Darker Than Black is just what defines quote unquote human. That's what I got from that thing, from that whole show, where it's people with supernatural powers, but are they still human? Kind of idea. And season 2 is just, oh look, middle schooler who has a crush on the main character, and she's not supposed to have emotions, but she still has emotions because plot reasons. And of course she's naked a few times in the fucking thing. And
slowly trying to break my neck.
Oh god, it was bad.
Just kill me instantly. Do it.
It was
Do it now.
But I would say that studio had a grasp on what action really meant.
Yeah.
But they just butchered that story. Well, not really butchered, but I saw it as there was nothing really added to it.
Okay.
I can go on about the anime, holy shit.
Well, let's do a couple rapid fire. Well, actually, you can go into them if you want.
Okay.
But favorite manga.
Favorite manga? That's a tricky one because I would have to say at the top of my head it's something called Goodnight Pun Pun. But
yeah.
Have you read it?
I've read a little bit of Goodnight Pun Pun, and it's a very good.
It's very good,
show.
but it becomes a big slog somewhere in the middle. And I'm going to be honest, because of Goodnight Pun Pun, I hated 20th Century Boys.
Really?
Yeah, because we're going to go into the worst manga, one of the worst mangas. Because 20th Century Boys started with a really, really interesting premise of, how did quote unquote the character Donkey died. And just the mystery and that whole shit about these, 30, 40-year-old guys just coming together and just mourning their friend's death at the same time, reminiscing about their childhood, and how they slowly realized that there was this mystery behind this one child called the friend, which is referred to as the friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then instead of actually going into the mystery, they just say, "Oh, it's just magic."
That's a little bit.
And of course, I just saw that and I was like, Goodnight Pun Pun did it better. Oh god, I can't go into spoiler territories because there's this one character.
I think both are definitely things people need to read.
Yeah.
But despite that, 20th Century Boys is still good.
It's just considered as a classic.
Yeah, it's that just that choice was a bit disappointing instead of really getting into the mystery.
Yeah, and they just kind of went far with it, and I like the idea of how they went with the magic and the quote unquote, could you call it Act 4?
Yeah.
The Act 4, and you know what I'm talking about at the time skip. I really love how they went with that and shit like that, but at that point I was like, am I really enjoying this?
Yeah.
And of course they decide to make 21st century books. I'm like, really? Really? Yeah, because of that, I would always compare the two, and because, oh man, like, in Goodnight Pun Pun, they was so fucking, like, describing what that book is, like, what the manga is, or the story is, it's just about a guy who just wants to live his life, but everything that could go wrong, goes wrong. And the moment you think that his life is getting better, it doesn't. It gets worse.
Yeah.
That's the idea behind that, and fuck. Yeah, I found out that that writer actually has more shit, and I've been meaning to read them, but I don't think I can read them at the moment because I'm going to be honest, I powered through Goodnight Pun Pun around when I was in grade 11 or 12.
Damn.
And I was fucking depressed. This was during the time when, grade 12, and I was working. And every downtime I would have, I would just read that. I'm like, I just get depressed. Yeah, that's why I have to talk about my favorite manga and my least favorite manga.
Alright, well, moving on. Favorite anime?
Favorite anime? I think I have to go with either Erika 7, which is super good,
Mm-hmm.
or Clanad.
Yeah. It's been years since I last actually watched Clanad, mostly because I hate the art style.
Oh, the art style is
fucking
atrocious.
Hate it. It's terrible.
Guess what? Have you tried to watch their fucking their movie?
No, I haven't.
Different studio. They make the art style worse. And like I was watching it, I had to close out after 5-10 minutes because like just stop and close out. I said because I felt sick. Like the art style itself is atrocious. Itself.
You know what it looks like? It looks like one of those how to draw anime sketchbooks.
Yeah, I mean during the time, I mean the fucking eyes, holy shit. The fucking eyes.
They're like this big.
Yeah, that takes like what? Like one eyeball will take 30% of their skull.
Yeah.
Skull space, and it's
it has to hold their eyes are that big because they have to hold in all those tears.
Yeah. I mean, Clanad, the story is just.
It's a great story.
But the art style.
But fuck, the art style's terrible. I wanted to get remade, and they're just like, you know what? Fuck these giant eyes. We're just gonna give them normal fucking eyes.
There's that, and there's like that flower, that Anohara.
Anohana, yeah.
That was also good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that like Clanad would be something I would recommend like instantly as something that you should watch, but I always say but beware of the art style.
Just mind the gaps.
And if you are kind of quote-unquote seasoned in anime, I will probably say Angel Beats if you are really into comedy and, the sad moments.
You also want to kind of die inside.
After watching the season finale, I'm like, I was depressed for 3 days. Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing, and I don't know if there's like.
The rest of it's trash.
The rest of it is
hot garbage, not worth it.
I mean, I did make. Oh fuck! I need to go through my Google Docs and look up my recommended anime recommendations.
Yeah, I remember I used that, and that was like, I think I spent a summer watching half the shit you recommended.
And was the list good? Be
It
honest.
had a lot of hits and a few misses.
Okay. I did actually have like the older list I kind of watched and mildly recommend, and some of them is like highly, and at the bottom, like near the bottom, highly recommend, and good ideas but
Poor execution.
poor execution. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Last of these like favorite things. Favorite video game.
Fuck. I would have to say Dark Souls because I recently got back into Dark Souls, and it just consumed my life for a while. Just thinking about random shit, and Dark Souls remastered. I am going to get a Switch and Dark Souls remastered on the Switch.
Dark Souls on the go.
And
You can now leave your house and
yeah,
fight the
giant dads, the
Giant,
army of
yeah.
giant dads. But no, my
mushroom dudes there in the first one, aren't they?
they're the only ones. Like it's only in the first game.
Okay, yeah.
And
You gonna fight them again?
my plan was that I have two other friends who are also getting the Switch version, and we said we are going to gank people, but this is how we're going to do it. 3 of us, no armor, just a compound bow, and just pelt them with arrows.
Good luck.
Yeah, just naked, ninja flip ring, compound bow, and the Leo ring. Just because we fucking hate people.
You know, I remember, like I've only like dabbled a little bit in Dark Souls. Really, the only one I've actually played extensively has been Bloodborne. But like you have always been known as the Dark Souls guy within like school and our friend groups. And I remember watching like it's kind of how I got into like Iron Pineapple and Only Afro and all those guys. It's the fucking wacky shit you could do in that game, in those games.
Yeah.
My favorite to this day is, I think was it Iron Pineapple?
Which one is it?
Who did the wall?
The wall, that was Only Afro.
That was Only Afro, yeah.
And Skeleton Man.
Fucking those videos killed me every time. Also the one, and I think it's in Dark Souls 3 where you have like where it's just 4 dudes, they all have the spiky armor, and they just roll around.
Yeah, the Kirk fan club. That is Iron Pineapple. That is just...
My favorite is the one dude who just sees it, just like, he gets on his knees, just like, why? He gets rolled over.
And the thing is, that deals no poison damage, so you will stay in that position no matter what. So he's just on his knees, just
eating shit. Just eating it.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah. The crazy shit you can do in Dark Souls, like, my other friend suggested that we all dress up as the 4, like, going into Dark Souls 1 lore, as the 4 knights of Anowando. So you got, who was it? You got Ornstein.
Yeah.
You got
Smo.
No,
not Smo.
Smo, yeah. Smo is kind of in the gray area. Smo, Artorias, and that girl that no one cares about but loves their weapon. And of course, a random guy just far off with a fucking Dragon Slayer bow. Yup. So yeah, that was our thing where we just think about random Dark Souls invasion bullshit. And yeah, another one that I
Full luck build. Yeah, let's go.
No, I like, this was me during my madness during finals, where I was just doing shit. I just said, "Senpai, run." And the idea is you just do a regular run in Dark Souls, but if someone invades you, you have to pretend that you don't notice them. And you can't see them. So even though they're attacking you, you just roll away and start panicking and randomly hitting places.
Hey, where are they?
Yeah, basically,
What is this?
you just act confused as shit. And you just name your character Senpai.
That's pretty good. Man. Actually, I have one more favorite question, but this one's more personal.
Okay.
What's your favorite moment between you and I?
I mean, there was those moments where, I would say probably doing the improv coaching shit. Like, I was bogged at working at my parents' restaurant, and you just say, "Hey, bum, do you want to do this?" And I just fucking said yes. Like, I'm tired. I'm fucking, going to kill myself. But I'm like, hey, I get to hang out with you and Austin doing some improv shit. And yeah. I mean, we all, like, us three love improv. And for the fact that we get to teach other people about improv, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking down with that.
Yeah. Most of all, like, I remember the year after we, like, when we left high school.
Mm-hmm.
And, year after, we find out, yeah, there's no improv.
Yeah.
I was fucking disappointed. I was so sad about that. I was like, next year, we're not letting that happen again. We'll fight for improv at Winston Knoll. And we managed to keep that fucking program alive long enough until a teacher finally came along who actually gave a shit about improv. And that team, like, I was constantly checking the scores of this year, and those teams did great.
Really?
They did great. Even if they didn't make the playoffs, like, they weren't, like, bottom two. No, they were, like, fighting for a playoff spot, basically.
So they almost got wild card?
They almost got wild card. And they only got bounced out by, like the new superpower in Saskatchewan improv, Tommy Douglas, and I think LaBolda's team. Other than that, they placed, like, I think, like, they were close. At the end of the day, they were close.
So basically, the high school we were at, I will not name it.
Yeah.
I almost said it.
You almost said it, but we didn't.
So yeah, our high school is now finally taking improv seriously.
Somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat.
We're getting there. Most, like, the junior team, they came in, they were like 2 points away from making the finals.
Oh, fuck.
In the junior tournament. Like, that close.
Yeah. Holy shit.
And, like, I remember Austin telling me that, like, that junior team is shaping up to be a great team in the future. So that's like, yes, we're back. We are fucking back.
Like, if I could, I would want to go there and just tear them a new one.
Oh yeah.
Because I believe we explained that I was a cutthroat judge.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they needed that.
And especially I made it worse because I took notes. Like, I took notes of everything, and I remembered like 90% of those notes. I'm like, I thought you weren't seen by me, but no, fuck you.
I see everything.
Yeah. And also, I was somehow the timekeeper as well. It's like,
yeah.
How the fuck did I do that?
I don't know. You had the stuff.
Yeah. Then there was that moment where I got so angry that I threw my phone onto the ground, even though it was just for fun.
Yeah.
It was just for fun, but I got so fucking butthurt. And I just threw my phone to the ground. And I looked at it, and I was like, my phone's broken.
Oops.
So yeah, like, coaching improv, that's one of the highlights, I would say, of our relationship.
Yeah. Now, final question.
Mm-hmm.
Bum.
Mm-hmm.
What are your plans for the future? Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Shit. Because during that time, I'll be pretty much done with school and I'll be working somewhere. And my plan is that, work to a decent point where I ask myself, am I really happy with here? And if yes, then I just kind of continue working and do whatever the wind blows and where the wind takes me. If I say no at that point, then we'll probably go to Saskatoon and take audio engineering because I don't know why, but I just really into just sound and shit like that at a certain point, and just learning how to do like a soundboard and shit like that. Yeah, soundboard and maybe like working at a radio place. Yeah, I'm like, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I'm like deep into the EDM stuff at one point, and I'm like, I'm too deep.
Yeah, for a while we were all about that Monster Cat.
Monster Cat, and someone told me about another place called No Copyright Music. I'm like, okay. Then there's Tasty Music. Then there's fucking Suicide Sheep. That just kind of expanded. I'm like, please stop. No, I can't keep up with all these songs.
It only goes deeper.
Other than that, I don't know. That's my career options. But my lifestyle, fuck. I will probably think about, probably living by myself somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe grab a roommate that hopefully I won't fucking tear their head off or they tear my head off.
In turn, yeah.
Because I found this pattern that I've been noticing where my roommate, who is a friend from CET, just a moment. Dry throat. Who is a friend from CET, who is also a fucking JoJo fan. But he's a big meme lord. And he has those moments where he's just doing it to piss people off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not to like piss people off, but that's just his nature of just doing shit that people hate because he thinks it's funny and he can't really stop himself. You might say minor Tourette's, maybe.
Maybe.
And I found a thing where if we stay in the same place for more than 2 weeks, I will just get fucking furious at him. But the thing is, he goes back to Moose Jaw every 2 weeks, so that's the point when I kind of calm down.
Yeah.
And when he comes back, we're good friends. But as the 2 weeks comes, I'm like, everything he does just fucking annoys me. Yeah. So yeah, probably try to live by myself, I guess, and learn how to be a fucking adult.
Yeah, there's no real roadmap on how to become an adult.
Yeah.
We just kind of have to figure it out on our own.
Yeah. And if things get fucking bad, there's my parents. And here's the thing, even though I'm living in an apartment, my mom is trying so hard to get me back into the fucking house.
Don't do it.
She's like, oh, hey, since he's going, why don't you come to our place and, you can have, like, all this food and shit like that. I'm like, Mom, I'm trying to learn how to be independent. But that doesn't stop her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, in summary, if I enjoy the job, stay there. If I don't like it, probably go to audio engineering for a while. And probably stay, try to live probably by myself. Or with someone that I can manage. So yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that'll do it for us.
Yeah.
Coming on almost 50 minutes. Our shortest one yet.
It's only 50 minutes?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I gotta talk about anime. Oh, fuck.
No, you don't.
Fuck.
You're good, man.
Dark Souls the anime. Make it.
Okay, yeah. Who do you want to make that?
Fuck. I mean, I would probably say Studio Bones because they know psychology. Like, they do those kind of undertone psychological stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty good. As in, like, Darker Than Black. It's like, oh man, look at these superhumans who have superpowers, but I took it as them having a commentary on what makes a human human, or at one point when does a human stop being a human. And there's Erica 7, which is pretty much I saw it as a boy going through adolescence and just learning about the real life.
Yeah.
That's what I got from Erica 7 is shit like that. Yeah, I would say Studio Bones probably, and mainly because that's the only fucking studio that I know.
Yeah, actually, like I remember I blew your mind when I mentioned like Studio Madhouse, like the stuff they made.
Yeah.
It was like I didn't know that. It was like I thought you would.
No, I just watch anime and I just say, oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah, Bones is the only one that left an imprint on you, really.
Yeah. I still need to watch Cowboy Bebop.
You do, man. You do. I've got the series if you want to borrow it.
I think I gotta just sit down one day and just... I mean, I have this Friday to Monday off. I have a very long weekend.
You do have a long weekend.
And during that time, my roommate is gone.
I can loan you Bebop if you want.
It's okay, I will watch it.
It's on I prefer the dub. I think the dub is I think it's probably the best dub out there.
Because Studio Bones.
No, it's not Bones. It's Sunrise.
Really? No, I'm just saying like what.
Yeah,
Studio
Bones also has really good dubs.
Because Erica 7 dub.
Yeah.
And what else did they make? Cowboy Bebop, you say dub.
Well, that's not Bebop. Oh, well, that's not Bones.
Really?
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's Sunrise.
Sunrise. Oh shit! Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Shinichiro Watanabe, man.
You see, I don't really know animation.
He's the director.
Yeah, I know.
But
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist. That's Bones. But yeah, that'll do for us. So I'd like to thank you for coming on.
Oh god. Yeah. We're shaking hands.
Shaking hands.
Yeah, right above the microphone.
Yeah. As most hosts would do with their guests when they're done. High five, bear hug, punch in the face.
Okay, maybe not that.
Maybe not.
Punch in the stomach though.
Yeah.
That's what you do to me.
Yeah, I used to always do that to you. Fucking like
Once
we're
a
just
day.
sitting beside and just boom.
All you hear is just a loud slap and just me going "Urgh!" and everyone just turns like, what was that? Nothing.
No, the wind.
The wind. I'm afraid of it.
Like the wind. We're out of here.
We're out.